9 a.m., 100%. Well, 900 angel number stands for grand finishes and 100's claircognizant ability. So being able to study these numbers and read the numerological aspect of them comes in really, really handy when you're moving forward with intuition. Pisces, let's have a little chat, shall we? The intuitive aspect of your collective, it looks like you've all been attacked, and that's kind of interesting. I know my first true inclination of how important intuition was, it was kind of funny. I remember my dad, two-time Nam veteran. He did two tours. Because he just didn't like the things that went on in Natural Dam. However, he used to confide in me. I'm one of those empaths that even the Vietnam vet that killed millions of people will sit down and talk to. He'll just sit down and unload his stuff on the empath, and we've all been through it. However, I can remember him helping me out with a lot of things after my oil field accident. I was injured in the oil field, placed on disability. And we're talking about the benefits that would come from accidental death and dismemberment, things of that nature. And you're married and you look over at your wife, and hell, they light up when they hear a number. So you definitely want to keep very, very large trust factors moving forward. When an individual looks at you like you're worth more dead to him than you are alive, you generally want to stay away from people like that. And then they end up being the kind of individual that after you divorce them, they just tell your daughter that you never even married them. You were the kind of guy that just wouldn't marry him. Because you can give them a big lavish wedding. It's just what it is. They only wanted to go to the courthouse. Well, looks like a lot of people are going to be going to the courthouse. However, seeing this energy in the collective of a Pisces being attacked, man, I would sure hate to think that was me. Because you'll have some people in life that will fight for their disability. They will. They will fight to be on disability, and then you'll have some people that have instant healing results and still have to heal consistently because they can't pass the physical. Me? Hell, they told me I had multiple sclerosis. I thought, well, that can't be good. And then, you go back after finding these other holistic healing remedies. And here, we'll give you this pill and it'll take the edge off. But you'll never recover from this. And I just didn't believe them. I didn't. Now, shit says radiographic multiple sclerosis. So it looks like shit shows up on an x-ray. So that's what it is. You can't trust these people. They don't know what they're talking about. They just don't. They'll tell you one thing and then come up with something else when that didn't work for them. So we just have to figure out what works for everyone. And it's kind of interesting. You can bring in an IT guy to help you with all of this stuff. They'll want free rent, still want you to pay them. You invest in these programs to give them some education so that they'll kind of have a better clue of what they're doing. And then I end up this morning with energy readers telling me that there's hackers trying to get into a bank account of Pisces. Well, hell, that just sums it all up for me. And that's what it is. You can't trust any of these people. So that's why you put a block on them through Harvard Business Services. That way, the people that are fighting for their limitations, fighting for their deceit, fighting for their lies, fighting for their whatever they're up to, they're haters. They're absolute haters. And that's fine. They can go hate over in the 3D timeline. It's fine. Just forgive them. You have to let them go. You have to release the things that just do not serve the highest good of all. Because that's what we're looking for. We're looking for ways to get people out of these matrices. That would make me happy. Still healing every day to be able to do the shit. And that's what it is. That's what it is. You'll hear people talking about trying to steal Pisces inheritance. Well, that's government money. I don't know why they would be trying to do something like that. They're trying to steal from the government? Dad was a 2-time Vietnam vet. And you just want to be really, really careful what kind of ammo you give people, because they just get these crazy ideas in their head of how they can solve problems for the highest good of all. And it's just what it is. It's just what it is. You never truly know what is going on in someone's life, because, I mean, generally, most people have client-patient confidentiality. They have these things to protect them. And, then people will just underestimate you, Pisces. They will absolutely underestimate you. They do not know how strong your will to survive, recover, and come back from bullshit is. When you see Dr. Joe Dispenza having retreats for people healing from stage 4 cancer, and then you see people in your reality die because they fought for their cancer, it's just what it is. There's cancers on society. They're just cancers on society. Hell, they were given the apple and the Big Mac, and they made a choice. We have the freedom to choose. It's free will choice. So, moving forward, we're going to experience these timelines side by side. Unless that shit's an illusion, and until I can prove it is, then we're going to have 2 timelines going side by side. And what most people don't want to see you succeed, and they'll do just about anything to kick you while you're down, and it's fine. It's fine. However, over here, Pisces, they can't get through Harvard Business Services. They can't get through Harvard Business Services. They can't heal. They can't heal, and they can't get stuck out of a matrix from old laws that are now changing, old systems that are just now changing. Doctors that don't believe you can heal from these things, and then you go to a retreat and just retreat out of that shit. For every this, there is that. For everything they tell you can't do, you absolutely can. They just told you that you can't, and you believed them. You hear Pisces healing in the cards. Well, hell, in my aspect, I have to heal every day. I've went from multiple sclerosis to radiographic multiple sclerosis. Schizoaffective. We don't know what the hell's wrong with this guy talking to spirits and ghosts and shit, over to a paranormal INFJ. It's the difference between Carl Jung and Sigmund Freud. One interpreting your dreams and one allowing your shadow aspect to come out and empower you. Cool. We just have to let all that shit go. We have to forgive it and let it go. They didn't know. Me personally, I can't be pissed off at someone for being stupid. I can be upset at them for being untrained, lazy, having no will to succeed. I'm fucking absolute. You're forgiven. You're forgiven. Just fucking go over there. Go over there with them. People don't like labels. Fuck, I don't like disability. That's why we're fighting to get out of that bullshit. If Dr. Joe Dispenza's people can do it, so can I. I just know I can. I just know I can. If Dolores Cannon can get instant healing results, I can find out the weird shit that went on in my past lives. And then laugh at all you girls talking about a Pisces being an alien or an angel or some kind of weird shit. And that's just what it is. It's just what it is. You just don't know. You just don't have all the answers. You just don't have all the answers. It is fun to see y'all try to figure it out, though. It really is fun to see y'all try to figure it out. However, just continue releasing all the things that don't serve the highest good. And absolutely work on your intuition and understand you cannot trust any of these people. None of them. Everyone has a dark side. Ask Carl Jung. Everyone has a dark side. Do they express it, or are they transparent about the shit? Most of the time, no. They keep it in the dark. they keep it and you in the dark. They just do that. They just do that. Are they good people? Well, fuck. Can you trust them? Do they tell you ahead of time what the hell's going on? People hate that. People hate that. They want to know every single detail. Hell, I would hate to think anybody would want to know that an individual is on disability to abuse them. And it's just what it is. You don't want to care. You want to forgive them, and you want to be better than that. You want to let your results scream. You want to be able to have a doctor tell you one thing and then get a 5-star review from another one. That's what you want to do. That's what you want to focus on. Those are the decisions you want to make. Those are just the decisions you want to make. You want to be able to go in and have someone tell you, this is how it is. Take a pill so you can get the edge taken off. We're going to make holistic remedies illegal in the United States, and then after a while, we'll just have them legal everywhere else except here. We're United States, but federal law says, well, shit, thanks for the separation. Ain't nothing united about you, buddy. And the fact that you're all paid off of a Ponzi scheme makes you all criminals. So it's what it is. You go over into this timeline. You go over into the 3D good and bad timeline. And then you'll get some of us that show you ways to learn, ways to ascend, ways to heal yourself and your family. You don't want to be that guy that goes, I get paid from the government on a Ponzi scheme and I let my family die. It's just what it is. I mean, you unalived them. We can't do anything about that. They had the choice and you were just unaware. You were just unaware. Hell, so was I. I can't be mad at you for something I did. So, a lot of underhanded things going on, and you just want to let that go. You just want to let that go. They talk about Pisces made for the streets. Hey, well, let me tell you about this Pisces. I know that Jesus did 40 days and 40 nights in the desert. I did 4 years walking across California and Nevada, so I didn't have to stay in this chaotic hellhole. Because it was chaotic. It was a hellhole. It's what it is, full of smoke. It's just what it is. So we're continuously releasing all the things that don't serve us. That's what it is. If you can beat heroin and cigarettes, then you can pretty much do anything. You can just really do anything. And sustain, because the first year is always the worst. And we're going on well over 3 for heroin, I guess. And that's what it is. It led to a near-death experience, and that'll change everything. That'll change everything and absolutely bring tons of illusions into the situation to cover up their magic. Well, that's what they have to do. When they do spells on you, they have to come up with a story. They have to come up with a story with large groups of people to cover up their crimes. And it's what it is. It's crimes against humanity. It's crimes against humanity. I don't know what that's punishable by on a spiritual level. Looks like they're all in spiritual jail about this point. See, I got 1 minute left before I run out of storage space. It's all right. You just want to find a place to store all these things that you have forgiven and let go. And absolutely, trust no one. Trust no one. In my personal reality, they're all left or right-handed, which makes them do half-wit shit. And you just have to relieve that. You have to remove that half-witted shit and just move forward. Focus on your mind, focus on your healing, focus on your path, focus on your soul's path, whatever that may be. And if you don't have one, hell, come see me. QHHT, we'll find your purpose. Hell, just find a practitioner in your area. It's just what it is. If you can't afford it, figure out why. Just figure out why. Hell, anybody that wants anything can make it happen if their mind is strong enough. Namaste.